Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for those who commented on our project on Monday with the sunflower template. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So today we're going to do another template today. So I wonder if you can guess what we're going to make from this template. So if you didn't join me on Monday, or if you couldn't join me on Monday, or for whatever reason you missed it, what we're doing, we're at the start of a new series, and I'm going to leave that there for a little while. And what I'd like you to do is take a screenshot of these templates. If that's not possible, because perhaps you're watching YouTube on a TV screen, do feel free to take a photograph. You can take a photograph from the screen and do it that way. Or better still, come and join us at Crafty Capers with Dawn over on our Facebook group, and the templates will be in there in the form of a photograph, and you can do it that way. You can copy it, photocopy it, or well, not photocopy it, but screenshot it or photograph it that way. So whichever way you find more comfortable. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to tell you what we're making this time. I'm sure some of you I'm sure will probably guess. So I'm going to leave it there for just a couple of seconds longer to give you a chance to take the image that you need, or snapshot the image that you need, whichever way you like to do it. And then I'm going to remove this bit here, and we're going to make it up together, and then I'll show you what we're going to be putting it onto. So, okay, I'll tell you, we're making a bow. We're going to make a little bow. So I don't know whether that's obvious from there. I suppose it is to me because I'm the one that designed it. So anyway, I'm going to slide that to one side for now and tip them off. And so what I'm going to do very quickly, just one of the pieces, just in case you missed Mondays. So what we do, we take one of our pieces. I will take this one. I'm not going to cut this out now because I've already cut all of mine out. And I've just found the pencil that I couldn't find earlier on. That's fantastic. So what we do, once we've got all of our templates, once you've printed them off, once you've taken the image you need and printed them off, find the colour card or paper. I'm using paper for this, but you can use thin. I wouldn't use thick card. I wouldn't recommend using thick card for a bow because it doesn't bend terribly well. So what you do is you hold your template down one at a time. I'm not going to do them all. I'm just going to do one to show you. You take a pencil and you draw around your template like that. So I'm just going to put that to one side. You take a pair of scissors. I'm not, as I say, I'm not going to do this all now. And then you cut your template out. So you start and, okay, I'll just cut this one out for you so that you can get an idea in case you did miss it Monday. So you cut out all of your pieces. I'll just cut this one out to show you. And you do all 4 pieces in exactly the same way. And I've numbered them, as you saw in the template set. I numbered them, and you'll see why in just a second. In fact, I'm going to do that bit now. So the largest piece is number 1. I've cut mine from orange. And so that's number 1, our largest piece. So take number 1. That's your largest piece that looks like that. Someone said, when I was showing this to someone who came to the house the other day, they said it looked like a bra, but we're not making a bra. I suppose it does. I hadn't thought about it that way. But we're not making a bra. We're making a bow. So take your number 1 piece, your largest piece, and I would suggest, just like we did in the last one, we're going to start off more or less in the same way as you would for a flower. I'm just going to curl it, give it a curve, just to make it easier to put together. And I'm just going to use my pencil. I was going to use my bone folder, but I know where it is now. The other day I couldn't find it, but I do know where it is now. So that's progress for you. So we're going to use glue. I'm going to use my bookbinding glue. You can use tape if you want to, but if you do use tape, I would strongly recommend using glue on top of it, because over time, even the red liner tape will dry out and whatever you're making will come apart eventually. It might take a little while, so if this is something that's not going to stay in place for very long, you could use tape, but I would always recommend using glue for this type of thing because it lasts longer. So just hold it down. Don't worry if the glue splurges out, because this is a PVA style glue and it will dry clear. So hold it where it joins and just use your fingers and just push it a bit, just to give it a bit of, for want of a better word, puffiness. Make it more 3D. So now we're going to turn it over. In fact, no, we're not. I'm going to leave it like that for the time being, because you won't see that this part will all be covered up by the time we're done. So I'm going to pop that up there. Then take your number 2 piece, which is it's a similar shape, but it's a little bit smaller. So take your number 2 piece, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. So just make sure you can see. You can, excellent. So we're going to put a blob of glue, because I'm only using fairly thin paper. I don't need too much glue. I know I didn't put a curl in it, but it doesn't really matter too much. So hold it down for a minute. You can still hold it and give it a push. And then I'm going to put a little bit more glue just down there like that. Fold it over like that. Again, hold it down with the finger of one hand and give it a push with the other, just to give it that 3D effect. And then what we're going to do, before we go any further, we're going to take our pieces 1 and 2 and we're going to put some glue in the middle of the largest piece. Let's just call it the largest piece because it's quite obvious which is which. And we are going to line that up. I'm going to use a pencil for this. Line that up and push it down. I know it's not the same pencil. I've got 2 pencils up here. Hold it down just for a second. And already you've got what looks like a really pretty bow. Now, we do need a centre for this. So you need your number 3 piece, which is, whoops, the strip, like that. So all we're going to do with this one, this is too large actually, but that doesn't really matter. This just covers up all this bit in the middle. So again, put a blob of glue, and the glue pot doesn't want to stay standing up, so we're going to let it lay down. Maybe it's tired. So, that's my terrible sense of humour coming to the fore. So we're going to pop that down like that, turn it over, and what we are going to do now is just trim off a little bit. Just like that, just trim off the end. I made it too big, so it's actually better to make it too big. Because if it's too big, you can chop a bit off. If it's too small, you have to start again. You have to make another one, which is a bit of a pain. So again, we're going to put some glue on the back. Hold it down. Fold it over. And just hold it for a few seconds. That's all it'll need. Turn it over again, and you have got a really cute bow. Now, you can leave it like that if you want to, but if you want to add a tail, you need to take your piece number 4, which, if you have it upside down, it looks like a V. If you have it the right way down, it looks like an upside down V. So I'm going to turn that over because I don't want the pencil lines to show. And we're going to put this on the back of our bow. And once more, we're going to take some glue, just a spot, and we're going to take our bow tail, or the tail of our bow, and just give it a press. It looks a bit splodgy with glue like that, but don't worry, because once we turn it over, it won't show. So when you turn it over, you have the cutest little bow, and it's really, really sweet and very easy to make. So I know you can get die sets for bows, but I don't have a die set for a bow. And the beauty about making your own, if you make your own templates, you can make them as big as you like. This is quite a small bow, but I might make another one and make a larger bow. So if you're enjoying this series, please do let me know. And if you'd like me to show you how to design your own template so you can design your own range of products, again, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do that for you. So I have made, I'm not going to do this on screen because we've made boxes on this channel before hundreds of times. So I've made a box, just a very basic 6x6 box, which is 1 inch deep. And I've put some coordinating paper. You can use ribbon if you want to for this, but I wanted my strips to match my bow. So I've put some paper. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a foam pad on here, but I don't have any foam pads down on my table. I thought I did, but I don't. But that's no problem. So what we'll do, we will use glue instead. No problem at all. So just use a blob of glue, and I'm going to put that where the 2 strips of paper cross. So I'm just going to hold that down for a few seconds, lift my finger up. Then once it's in place, you can arrange it how you want. Don't worry about that glue, it'll dry clear. So once you're done, you've got a really cute bow that you can make and put on anything you like. You can put it on a box, you could put it on a greeting card, you could use it as a decoration. I suppose if you wanted a bow brooch, you could even, like we did with our sunflower, we could make it as a brooch. You can make it for anything you like, or to go on anything you like. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And we'll be having one more in our template series on Friday. Then we'll be going back to our regular program, so to speak, our regular products. And if this proves to be popular, I will be expanding it in the not too distant future. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and do, if you're enjoying this video and this series, please do give me a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. If you're not already a subscriber but you're still enjoying it, please do subscribe to this channel. That would be wonderful. And if you want to join in with our crafting family and show us your version of our products, please do pop over to our Crafty Capers with Dawn Facebook group. And the templates will be in the group. You can screenshot them, you can photograph them, whichever way you find most comfortable, and you can make your own version. And again, with whatever colour. If you've got multicoloured or pattern papers, you can make these lovely in pattern. You can make these as ornate or as simple as you like. You could put some bling in the middle. You could even put some small bling down the trails if you want to. You can do whatever you like with this. So do pop over, have a go, and show us what you come up with from these very basic templates. We'd love to see them. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you on Friday with our third in our template series. And until then, thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Have fun. And as always, you've guessed it, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.